Ooh, we got a nice reaction today coming from my hometown. Let's talk about that. Hey everyone, my name is Chris and welcome to Real Rideshare Stories. And today we're going to be covering an article that happened last week on Monday Night Football when the Bills and the Patriots played against each other and what happened with some fans afterwards. So let's break it down. Now this is from my home market and well, this article that we're going to be going over right now is from WKBW.com and it's titled Bills fan left without ride home for 2 hours after Monday night's game. So I'm going to go over a couple of things within this article. Then I'm going to give my breakdown on, well, probably the reasons why, and you should probably be looking at different avenues of trying to get picked up besides just Uber and Lyft after a Bills game on a Monday Night Football game. All right, so it starts off, it says, Laura Thomas traveled from Rochester for Monday night's Bills game, an experience she said lasted 2 hours longer than she planned. She said she walked to the rideshare lot after the game that is about a mile away from the stadium. We thought, it's okay, it's a mile. We walked to the lot, so we didn't want to press that Uber button yet. Good move starting. Thomas said they tried to order an Uber just before they got to the lot, but had no luck. It just kept searching and searching and searching, or somebody would confirm and the ride would be dropped and it would be canceled. And then Uber and Lyft had a statement which had absolutely no real anything when it came to this story, except for some blanket statement. So we're going to skip that altogether. So it said, and Thomas said she wasn't the only one struggling to find a ride. We walked over there and there were probably a group of 50 more people. Thomas said she even tried offering money to others leaving the game to get back to the hotel. Everyone just rolled up their windows. No, thank you. I mean, it was just really frustrating. Thomas said a sheriff's deputy was there to direct traffic, but did not help people looking for a way home for several hours. The Erie County Sheriff's Department said that they were on duty until 1:15 a.m., and it's against protocol to give anyone a ride. Well, yeah. A lot of people gave up and just tried to walk home, walk back. Not sure how that went, but okay. I don't know what they ended up doing, but they gave up. Buffalo Bills have not responded to our call for comment, and Thomas said she won't take any chances the next time she goes to a game. We're just going to drive, pay the parking fee, and not have to worry about Uber or Lyft again. All right, and now let's break this down, and I'm going to give my reaction as a driver in this market, and the only time I ever picked up one particular group of people from the stadium and will never, ever do it again. All right, so let's set up the picture. It's Monday night. It's 11:30-ish p.m. when the game ends. You have 74,000 people leaving that stadium, going home, getting in their cars, or walking to the rideshare lot. And yes, the rideshare lot is a good distance away. It's probably about a half a mile, not really a full mile, but it's probably, depending on where you are coming out of the stadium, though, could be much more. Not only that, the area doesn't have that much around. It's a suburb of Buffalo. It's not in the city. So there's not a lot of things going on around, especially being a Monday night. Now, there are a few bars that are there, but again, it's Monday night. There's not that much going on. Couple that with snow and ice. A lot of drivers aren't out driving Monday night at 11:30, especially outside the city center, because not much is going on again. And it's snowing and icy, which limits the amount of drivers that are out there to begin with. Couple that with the whole pandemic, and again, even less drivers on the road when it comes to trying to pick people up on a Monday night game. But I think the key thing here that many drivers don't even want to be bothered by going to the stadium to pick people up is the fact that how they have the traffic patterns is absolutely horrendous if you're trying to go to the stadium, which means if you're a driver who gets a ping request and you're not actually sitting at the lot waiting, it's going to be a rough time just to go from wherever you are to try to get to that lot, especially the 2 or so hours after the game, because they block everything off and it's literally a one-way going away from the stadium. To try to get to that lot being anywhere outside that radius, and you have 74,000 people leaving, which means everything is going to be backed up. And a lot of drivers just don't want the headache. And again, You're not getting paid when you're sitting there in traffic to try to pick people up. It's just not happening. So that's a big turnoff. Not only when it comes to actually being in the lot and picking somebody up, then you have to wait in traffic again to try to take them somewhere. So it's not necessarily worth it, even when there's surge pricing out there. Now, I'm very partial because I've done it once and I'll never do it again. And this was after a Sunday game. And I decided, hey, you know what? I know where the pickup lot is, and I'm hoping I can get in through the way that I normally would go. But nope. In fact, they shut that whole road down, and both lanes actually turned into a 3-lane at that point, was going the opposite way. So then I had to figure out, how am I going to go around to actually pick up the people? And it was probably like 45 minutes, which, yeah, I should have given up at that time, but I didn't. And I don't know why. Maybe because I already accepted it and they were giving, I think it was $75 extra on top of it, plus the surge. So you were going to make some decent money taking that, but it wasn't really worth it in the long run, because the amount of time that you were sitting there trying to get to the actual pickup location and pick them up, then sit in traffic and wait to be able to get beyond the traffic that was just sitting there waiting, it was just a whole nightmare. So yeah, I was completely turned off from that point. And I'm like, I'm never going to the stadium again to pick up anybody because of the way everything is. But again, when I said it's Monday night, you have a lot less drivers on the road at Monday night. The drivers who are on the road, they're up in the city a little bit more north in actual downtown Buffalo, or they're probably trying to go around some of the colleges, which are a little bit more north. A lot of people aren't going to be in that area just in general, not only with the amount of people that are looking for rides. It's snowing, it's icy. Not a lot of people are going to be out. Now, for the most part, Uber and Lyft are actually very reliable. There's usually somebody who's driving in the area and is going to actually be picking you up pretty quick. But when you couple all of those things together, it's going to create a nightmare. And to have them actually reach out to the stadium, to have them to reach out to the organization, have them reach out to the news, have them reach out to Uber and Lyft, I mean, at that point, you should have just brought your own car and hope for the best. But again, there are certain circumstances when Uber and Lyft is not reliable. This is going to be one of them. All right, I feel like I've vented a little too much, but again, it's just bringing back those memories of not being happy waiting in traffic, and I'm not somebody who likes to sit in traffic to begin with. So it's just some of those, like, I guess, nightmare things you could say. But either way, I want to know, what are your thoughts on this particular story and what had happened? Comment below and let me know. All right, subscribe and ring the bell for notifications so you'll be notified when new videos do drop. And as always, never drink and drive. Always tip your drivers, your delivery drivers, and your shoppers. We'll see you next time.